Alright, we'll go over here in a second. I'll show you exactly what's going on up here, but I want to show you this amplifier that I'm running those speakers with. This is the Fosi Audio BT30D Pro, and it comes with a 32 volt 5 amp adapter, and if you do the math, it's 160 watts going to the amplifier. So how can you make 165 watts times 2 plus 350, like 700 watts essentially. So I've watched videos of guys who are really good at engineering and know a lot of stuff about these amps. So you divide this by 2, you get 80, and realistically it's about a 40 watt per channel amplifier ish. So I'm thinking it's closer to 70 or 80 watts per channel, and maybe a couple hundred watts going down to the sub, but that's just my rough guess. So in order to give this amplifier more power to work with, I came up with this solution. This is a 36 volt, 24 volt to 36 volt 20 amp. And quick math on that, 36 times 20, 720, right? So you can get 720 watts out of this to feed the amplifier, right? And I just hooked it up, and I'm feeding it 20 amps because what good is, how are you going to get 720 out of this right here unless you feed it more power? And I'll show you that in a second. So here you have it, just so the numbers don't lie, 36 volt 20 amp, and I've got this wired with a dual input right here with these pigtails, and I unplugged each one at one time and it stayed up, so I know both of them are working. Now the power source are these AC to DC adapters, 24 volt units rated for 10 amps each, right? Exact same ones, 10 amp, 10 amp, so you got essentially that amount of power going in. But which is kind of weird, because if you got 24 times 10, that's 240, so you got 480 going in to this. But am I getting 480 or am I getting 720 out? That's my question. But essentially it's still double the power in there, and it does work pretty good. It's not getting hot at all. None of these are. So it'll run a lot cooler, I know that, but getting any louder, I probably not. But it's getting enough power. This little amplifier is getting 36 volts and a lot more current right here. This is the output right here, up to 20 amps. So whatever amperage it needs to produce watts, audio watts, I'm giving it. So it's doing pretty good. Yeah, just something a little crazy. I decided I'd try it, and I had this 10 amp one right here that I was running. See here? And it's doing some testing. So giving this amplifier all she needs. It would be nice to get it up to 48 volt 20 amp, but I don't know. We'll see. What are your thoughts? What do you think is going on here? I've got 24 volt times 10, which is 240, times 2, which is 480 watts, if you go by watts or watts or watts. So you got 480 going in here. What am I getting out to this amplifier is my question. Is it 36 volts, 480 watts, or 720? I don't know. But it plays better and a lot more stable. So there you have it. Have fun. Later.